let the dogs out? Who 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 let the dogs out?
Hey everyone, it's Pup Twigs here in Orlando, Florida, and joining me today, I've got Ace Pupper from Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing really good here and stuff. I'm glad we're into the fall weather, my favorite time of year, even though it never gets cold here, but I love Halloween, so we're getting close to that.
Yep.
So I always like to start off with asking about the origin of your name and also about if there's any significance to the choosing of the colors that you picked for your hood. So tell me a little bit about the name and your hood colors.
So starting off with my name, I was part of the furry community for a number of years, and originally my name was Ace, and he was a Corgi and German Shepherd mix, and
Hmm.
that kind of transferred over to the pup community because that's kind of just what I went with. There's really no significance to the colors as far as like emotional. It's more of like what I feel when I wear my colors. So originally my color was yellow,
Hmm.
and I wanted to put out like a lively, friendly, outgoing sort of vibe. Uh, I switched over to green just because I like it.
Well, I like it too, and I'm assuming that it probably under a UV light it glows too, doesn't it?
Oh yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
really nice under black light.
Oh yeah, of course. So how long have you been in the pup community?
I've been in it for just a little under 3 years.
Okay. So a reasonable amount of time when you think about it. But in that 3 years, what have you seen that has been the easiest part of being in the community? And then what have you seen that's been more difficult?
So this might be OKC specific, but the easiest part for me was connecting with the community itself.
Hmm.
Um, the community here in OKC are some of the most, welcoming and accepting and like genuinely kind people I've ever met. Um, and I believe that's because of like the inclusive culture that we built together.
Right.
Uh, we don't really discriminate based on kink, hood color, gender, race, religion, or anything else. We're just here to have fun and be safe doing it.
And that's the way it should be everywhere.
I agree.
Yeah, it really should be. So it sounds like that the group and the community that you have around Oklahoma City is the way it should be, but is there anything that you would want to change about your community that you could if you had the ability to do it?
Um, no. As far as our community, no. Um, in the larger community, I feel like we have a tendency to label and compartmentalize people,
Hmm.
and I think that takes away from the inclusiveness of the community, honestly. Um, I feel like instead of focusing on like labels, we should be more focused on like just creating a space where people feel free and connected, and we should just be able to uh, coexist together.
Uh, I agree, and I do see that too because I get to talk to a lot of pups all over the really the world through this podcast, and I see the same thing that it gets compartmentalized, and we just need that inclusivity everywhere. So, what advice would you give somebody that's brand new to the pup community?
Uh, my first piece of advice would probably be to find people in the community who can mentor and support you as you explore your puppy headspace.
Hmm.
These people can be anybody, including, other pups, community leaders, or just very supportive friends. Um, you can find these people by attending events or connecting with pups on social media or following local LGBT venues to find events where pups may be. Um, the pup community is very welcoming, and there's plenty of people who love helping new pups find their footing here. Um, my second piece of advice would be not to splurge on expensive gear right away,
Hmm.
especially when you're first getting into it because you don't know if you like it yet. And gear is very expensive, and it can be fiscally irresponsible to invest so much money into something that you don't feel like you're a part of yet. Um, my third piece of advice is to be visible in the community and work to earn its trust because of how many doors it can open for people. Um, you can do this by helping out at events, volunteering for shows, or lending to others when you can, when you have the capacity to, and always treating people with respect. This kind of involvement not only builds connections, but also strengthens the community as a whole.
I couldn't agree more and everything. But so with you in Oklahoma City, what do you like to get out and do? What brings you the most joy when you can get into the pup head space?
Um, I really enjoy the I really enjoy helping other people experience new and positive moments that contribute to their journey in pup play. Giving pets, giving scritches, moshing with them, playing with toys. And I also enjoy the escapism aspect of it. Um, I work for the Air Force and they've put a lot of responsibilities on me. So just being able to get out and get away from that for a little while has been uh, very stress relieving for me.
Oh, I bet. I bet. Now, are you actually enlisted or are you just a civilian working for the Air Force?
I'm a civilian.
Okay, all right. Well, I also notice that you're wearing a vest. I can't see much of it, or at least it looks like a vest. I don't think it's a sash. I was going to ask you if you are a title holder on anything or if you've thought about it.
I am not a title holder, but this vest came from Leather Masters KC. Um, I don't know if I plan on being a title holder or not, or planning on competing to be a title holder.
Hmm.
Public
Okay.
speaking is not my greatest forte.
And that's okay. I mean, yeah, that's something I wouldn't do either, but I have talked to so many people that are running to be a title holder, and I've also talked to title holders on here. It's awesome to have them on and let them share their journey on here when they can. So I'm guessing that you, as a human, you are under a lot of stress with work. What has being a pup done for your mental wellness?
So, uh, it's kind of it's helped me become a more confident and outgoing and goal-oriented person. Like 2 years ago, I probably wouldn't have done something like this.
Yeah.
I would have done a Zoom meeting. I remember when you started this podcast, and I was like, that sounds really cool. I might actually want to do that. But then I was like, speaking in front of people and being recorded, I don't know. uh, but yeah, that's kind of what it's done for me.
Okay, all right.
It's also helped me. It's also given me the ability to make a positive impact, whether that's through like making someone smile or laugh or offering support to people or inspiring people to embrace their authentic selves. The pub community has also kind of given me a purpose in life when 2.5 years ago, that's not something I felt like I had.
Yeah, I gotcha. Well, what do you like to get out and do around Oklahoma City? What kind of hobbies do you have?
Um, I kind of do a little bit of this and a little bit of that.
Okay, and that's
But something I've really gotten into is uh, Photoshop and photography.
oh yeah.
I've never seen myself as a very like creative person. But ever since getting into that, that's kind of helped me tap into that side of me. Um, I also do a little bit of sewing, uh, and I hope to explore that more as we get into the colder months.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Things I enjoy doing outside of that, I enjoy going to Top Golf. I enjoy long walks in the park. I enjoy oh, and I'm also studying to become a certified personal trainer, so that's another thing I have going on.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, it sounds like that you have enough to keep you busy even in your downtime.
Oh yeah.
So tell me about the events that you guys have going on in Oklahoma City. Where can you go out and get into your pup head space?
Well, we're always doing something. We do a bar night once a month. We do a mosh once a quarter at our local dungeon here in OKC. Um, Events that are coming up on October 19th, we have a puppy picnic at Scissortail Park here in OKC. It's going to be hood friendly, vanilla clothing because we're right by a playground, so we don't want to like
Mm-hmm.
disturb people.
Sure.
Um, but yeah, it's going to be like a potluck style event where people can uh, meet the community, and it's outside of a bar setting, which is perfect for those under 21 or people who don't drink. And then on October 25th, we're going to Guthrie's Fairgrounds and going to a haunted house.
Oh, that'll be fun.
And then something else that we do that's not really pup related, but more like general kink related. Uh, our group plays a big role in Whitburn, which just wrapped up its second iteration in late September. What Whitburn is a collaborative weekend-long kink event that brings together different community groups. We host classes, we host fetish auctions, nightly shows, and fundraisers to support local LGBT charities. This year, thanks to everyone's contributions, we raised over $1,700 for Roll OK Pride. And that is something I would encourage anyone to look into while they're planning their social calendar for the next year. Other
Nice.
than that, that is about it for events.
Awesome. Well, I love to hear that areas where they have a lot of events going on where people can get out and go be who they want to be and stuff. That's awesome. So this probably one of my favorite questions because I just like to know who people like out there in the, if you want to call it the celebrity world. But if you could meet any public figure, and it could be from any genre, music, movies, TV, political, if it wanted to be, past or present, who would you want to sit down and talk with?
So this was a no-brainer for me. I would meet Lady Gaga. First of all, love her music. I've been listening to her since I was a kid. Um, I admire her for how authentic she is and how unapologetically herself she tries to be for people. She's down to earth, and she's also a huge ally.
Hmm.
Um, Something I learned about her recently was that she founded the Born This Way Foundation, which
Yeah.
supports LGBT youth by providing resources, encouragement, and advocacy, and helps them navigate the challenges of growing up as an LGBT person.
And I'm with you there. I have followed her since when she first came out, and um, I'm on her Born This Way Foundation page all the time, going and looking at resources and stuff on there. Can't wait for her LG7 to come out and her new tour that's going to happen probably in next year.
Oh yeah,
My plan is to go see the Joker here because of her. I wouldn't normally go watch it because that's just not my kind of movie, but because she's in it, I got to go see it.
for sure.
But yeah, I would definitely agree with you on that piece of it with Lady Gaga. So if other pups see this podcast and want to reach out to you, how might they do that? How's the best way to get in touch with you?
Um, The best method of contact for me would be Telegram.
Okay.
Name is Ace Pupper, no spaces, all lowercase. I'm also on Facebook. I will not answer Messenger,
Okay.
but it's too overwhelming. But my name on there is Ace Pupper. I interact with people a lot on there publicly. I also have my Fet Life, which is Ace the Corgi, no spaces. Instagram _ Ace Pupper and Threads, which I still don't know what it is, but I have one.
Okay.
Uh, _ Ace Pupper as well.
All right. Awesome. Well, any last words from Ace Pupper before we get off of here?
Um, I will I will say, don't let anybody tell you how to live your life. You deserve a life where you get to live as your authentic self,
Mhm.
and you should become ungovernable and live the way you want to be.
Awesome. Well, it has been an absolute pleasure getting to have you on today, and I know this won't be the last time that we get to talk.
Yeah, I appreciate the opportunity. It was good talking to you and meeting you in real life too. Um, I'll see you online and hopefully maybe someday in real life.
All right, awesome. Well, I will talk to you again soon.
All right, have a good one.